yard selling, and let's just say things got a little spicy. Check it out. Sourcing Saturday, back in the saddle. So heading to a community yard sale. Camden's gonna go to another community yard sale, and then we may hit some thrift stores later depending on where we are and the timing of all that, and see what we can find. Community yard sales I know will eventually fade away as it gets colder and colder here, but it's definitely our most preferred form of sourcing because you can hit yard sales in a much more condensed fashion from house to house to house versus going from one that maybe 10 miles away and 8 miles away. You can definitely be successful doing that. We just don't find it to be the most efficient source. So if there are community yard sales, we do try to hit those up. So we'll see what we can find today and show you what we find, and hopefully some things that you can find in your area as well. So just made my first purchase. I have no idea if it's good or not, but I just made her an offer. So if you'll see all of these old cell phones, there's some Blackberries in here, various old phones. There's probably like 30 plus phones in here. So I'm gonna see, I know that you can sometimes lot those and people will buy them. I don't know if they buy them for parts, but I made her an offer of $5 for the whole bag. I just said I have no idea. So $5, 30 old cell phones. I'll see how we do with those. There may be a winner in there. There are some of those that actually still sell for a lot. I think some of the older flip phones. So we'll take a look through there, but definitely for $5, I'll take that risk all day. So we'll see how we do on those. I'm 2 for 2 on bags of complete randomness so far this morning that I have no idea. This lady just sold me this entire bag of random hearing aid accessories for $1. I see a ton of batteries, hearing aid batteries, which can sell pretty well. I may give them to my grandmother if they fit. So $1 for a ton of those things. I scanned one item in there and it sells for like 15 bucks. So I know that I'll get the money back, but we'll kind of parse through that and see how we did on that. Again, I have no idea, but for $1, especially for something that's small that you can store easily, we'll give it a shot. I just wrapped up community yard selling, so I'm going to show you some things that I picked up So I picked up this Penske Racing Hugo Boss jacket. We're in the kind of the heart of racing country, so I thought that was pretty cool. It was only $1, so I don't know what that will go for, but we will definitely check it out. Also picked up this vintage Stillers Proline. Proline is a good brand to be on the lookout for. One telltale sign that something is vintage is when it says extra large, but it's really still tiny. The older brands generally run small. This is made in Korea, not in the US, but it's still pretty sure that this is a vintage Stillers, which not my team, but a very popular team in the NFL. I picked this up for this Delta faucet. I picked this up for $15. I would probably have rather paid a little bit less for this because this is probably like a $50 to $60, but with free shipping on eBay. So the cool thing about Delta, though, especially anything in the building supply world right now, it will sell relatively quickly. So I won't really have to hold on to this very long. I know it'll probably sell within a week or two. The next and maybe the best purchase I made today, I've got this whole box of Legrand and accessories for $25. These right here will sell, these wall stoppers will sell for probably $60 to $70 a piece. And as you can see, there's 3 of those. So I know right there we're gonna get probably around $200, $180 to $200 for just these 3 boxes alone. And then these other accessories are probably like $15, $30, $40 a piece. So really happy about that purchase. Also, I picked up this Christmas ornament for $1. It looks like it has its original packaging with it. Always looking for Christmas stuff all year long. And I'll probably do a video on why you should look for Christmas all year long at some point. Also picked up this Dayton pneumatic, looks like a pneumatic impact wrench of some sort that you hook up to an air compressor. I'm not 100% sure what that'll sell for. I'll try to do some research on that. I just picked it up as a flyer for $5. Maybe overpaid for that, but we will find out. And then I also picked up these 3 computer chargers. I think he was asking $5, but I think I ended up paying $5 for all 3. I just asked as a flyer. So I don't know what these will sell for. I just know that people lose their chargers. We've sold these before. So there's an HP. There is a Dell. And then there's another HP charger, laptop charger. So we'll see how those do, and I'll try to flash some comps up on the screen. And then also picked up this Hydro Mousse deal that was, he said he bought it and just never used it. He thought it came with the seeds. These seem to be, I bought this for $2 or $3, and then I think they sell for like $30 relatively well. So I think that is pretty much all I picked up. So maybe not the strongest day yard selling for me, at least, but pretty happy with that, especially for what, an hour and a half, 2 hours. And so now I'm going to stop in at a couple Goodwills as I backtrack towards our house, and we'll see how we do. There was one other item that I bought yesterday yard selling, and let's just say things got a little spicy. Check it out.
For $2, $2.
Pull them down, pull them down.
Life changing. No worries anymore to find the spices of your dreams.
Yard sale find. Let's go. So I just had a chance to survey the bag of hearing aid items. And so I paid $1 for an entire randomness where I really didn't even know what I was buying, to be honest. But one cool thing is I think I found like 75 to 100 batteries that I'm probably going to give to my grandmother. I believe they're the same model. So that's pretty cool for $1, all those batteries. There was randomly an Apple TV remote, which probably will sell for like $25 to $35. I'll need to look that up a little bit. And then there were these 2 SurfLink remotes. And so I looked these up. These are Model 100s. I mean, I think these will sell for $20 to $25 a piece, free shipping. So this one is clean. This one has writing on it, but I really don't think it's going to affect the value. And then there were 2 sets of hearing aids, which I don't know anything about. I don't even know if you can sell these on eBay. I know that you can sell refurbished hearing aids, but I don't know. I think there's a lot of requirements, and you have to have like prescriptions in order to buy those, to be approved for those. So I don't know. I will research it. Maybe there's a place I can donate those to, that, you know, for somebody who maybe can't afford these. So I'll do some investigating on that and see what that may look like. So here are the things that I picked up after yard selling yesterday. I went to really just 2 Goodwills and had some decent success. So check out some of these items that maybe find in your local Goodwill. And so the first thing that I got, I really don't know, but this is an old Hitachi camcord. And so it's got all the accessories with it. And people still buy these. I don't know that this one's going to be that great, but this was $4.99 with the box. So not a huge risk. And worst case, a lot of these like battery chargers and the batteries and things of that can sell, whereas sometimes these may not do as well. So I'll look that up. We may just part this out without having a major focus on the camcorder itself. but I will try to do some research on that. The other thing that we've sold a ton of water filters. Now you really have to get name brands. You don't really want to sell these off-brand ones, or they're going to sit in your inventory forever. But this is a good brand. I mean, this one filter will probably sell for $25 to $35, and it was $3.99. As I said earlier, we buy Christmas all year long if it's the right item. And so I found this, and I did pay up for this yesterday, $24.99. But this porcelain Santa and sleigh set, I need to open it and actually investigate that it's all there. But this will probably sell for over $100 on eBay. So we'll need to get it listed quickly because, you know, our fourth quarter is coming up with October beginning here shortly. The other thing that I found were these Curator by Travis Matthew golf shoes, which I've never found. They just looked interesting, so I looked them up, and I'm going to see how these do. We'll clean them up a little bit before we list them and take pictures, but I know that these are selling for over $100, so I'm going to see how they do. You know, it's kind of a learning thing, but our Goodwill, all of the shoes are $5.99 unless they're under the counter, which I actually bought some of those yesterday too, which I'll show you here in a second. So as a man in his 40s, I rarely use the term cute, but these were so awesome. I found these Bauer ice, which is a really good ice skating brand, but these are for little ice skating for kids. They're in like mint condition. These were $7.99. I don't know that these are going to sell for like anything tremendous, maybe $35 plus shipping, but I thought those were really cool. So cute little guys there. And I also found these, and I paid up for these. This could have been a mistake, but these are like in mint condition, Air Force Ones. These were actually manufactured in December of 2020. And so, I mean, they are just in absolute pristine condition, and they came with the original box. So I don't know what these are going to sell for. These are 2007 models. So I will do some research on those and see what they look like. And I also got this Krups, which is a pretty good brand to be on the lookout for. It's an espresso mini. And so it was only $3.99. I really probably wouldn't have bought it if it was a whole lot more expensive. But this will probably sell for maybe $40, maybe more. I'll need to research it just a bit to see what this particular model's going for. I knew that it was worth it at $3.99. I happened to see these on the counter. These were $9.99, but it's a Lululemon mini skirt. And yes, I can identify Lululemon thanks to my daughter. And I actually FaceTimed her and said, hey, should I buy these for you? Do you want them? They're $9.99. And so apparently these little mini skirts go really quickly, she says. So we'll see how she does with that. But this is one of something I purchased for Ellie yesterday. Kind of getting dusky, so I'm going to try to show you some of the things that Camden got today, yard selling and thrifting. He had some good finds. It wasn't a tremendous amount of things unit-wise, but what he did find is really good. So he got all of these golf clubs that you see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for $20 total. And this is a good find because there's three Callaway Diablos in here, irons, which these Callaway is always really good, but these particular ones will probably sell for $50 to $60 a piece. And then there's one King Cobra iron in here as well. So it looks like this is a 5 iron, and this is probably a $40 club as well. I'll need to confirm on some of that just to make 100% sure, but that's kind of what I'm thinking, at least initially. And I don't know if you remember the father-son thrift off, but I found this exact same driver, and ironically we found an entire set of these except the driver. So I may see what these Callaway Big Berthas as a set will go for. There's a 3 wood, a 5 wood, and then There's an 11 wood, which is a super long for a wood, or short, but a super high number. And then there is a 9 wood. So that's going to be a pretty good set of those. The next thing that he found outside of these golf clubs is this Adobe Photoshop 7.0 as it tumbles to the ground. So these do pretty well. We've opened it up and everything seems to be in pretty good shape, but it was only $2.98. So I'll try to throw up there what I think this will sell for, even pre-owned. I think we'll do pretty well with this. And then the Legend Suzanne Summers exercise machine that is completely sealed, and you'll be surprised at what some of these old leg master, thigh master type deals will go for, especially if they're new and sealed. So I believe he paid $25 for this, and I'll try to throw on the screen what I think it'll sell for, but it may surprise you on some of those older exercise things. And then lastly, it wouldn't be a trip without buying some form of an Electrolux. So this is a newer model Electrolux. We love to find the canister models. We don't really pick up the uprights very often. We have before, but they don't tend to sell for as much. And they're also a major pain to ship, versus this won't be too bad. And so Cam paid $35 for this Electrolux vacuum. And we know just right offhand, even the parts and the accessories are going to be worth well over that. I mean, even with the power nozzle and attachment. So super good find. And I'll try to do some comps on this thing. It's super clean. So really happy to find that as well. Our totals for what we spent this weekend sourcing for 3 to 4 hours total between yard sales and thrift stores, we spent around $200, a little bit higher than that, but $200 for simplicity's sake. And then I think that we can sell the items that you just saw there for close to $1,500 all in. A little bit higher than that, but I brought it down to even numbers for simplicity's sake. So that would be a profit from the items that we bought this weekend of around $1,300. So really good for just a few hours of work, at least from a sourcing perspective. There are some other things that go into it than that. And we've already sold $180 worth, and we barely have listed any of those items, just those Legrand sold that you saw earlier in the video. So if we can do it, you can do it too. So certainly I hope that you'll join in the reselling game and let us know any successes that you have. Be sure to like and subscribe. Thanks so much for tuning in.